We back another week, episode 23. Very excited to be here today. Oh man, family, we started putting videos out again. It was all because of a couple of people. Ollie Vita, he was the one we was on the late night talking, had to brew some coffee. We was talking so late. So Ollie Vita, thanks for making me addicted to coffee and beer, Jedi, man. Much appreciated. But let's introduce our illustrious guest. First up, let's get with the man that we're going to call him the international man of mystery. Let's get to him first and get the introductions out of the way. Let's go.
What's going on, family? Y'all know the deal. I'm still jet laggy, but I'm in the building, so it's good to be here. And I'm just interested to see what this mystery meal is for today. I didn't even bring a salt or pepper. I brought no utensils, so I hope it's something that I can eat with my fingers and is well seasoned.
That's what's up. That's what's up. And also, we got to get to Mr. AKA. I look forward to this part. I promise you, every freaking week. Mr. A, I mean, even during, like, after the show, sometimes I just go back 2 or 3 times just to get those AKAs. I got to hear it again. It's crazy. But Mr. AKA, Beer Jedi, please don't copy my man. What's good, Beer Jedi? What's going on with you?
What's going on, y'all? It's Beer Jedi, a.k.a. the Black Alex P. Keaton, a.k.a. Shupak Shakur, a.k.a. the Boss Kick Ross, a.k.a. Kick Flair, woo, and the Fat Lace that run the place. And you know the a.k.a. that matters the most, Jack Swagless. How you doing?
Man, oh man, he said, woo!
Hey man, that's the only time I give Flair any props. Flair's dead to me, by the way. He used to be my favorite wrestler of all time. But after I heard Teddy Long's story, I will never like Ric Flair again.
No Martin Luther King this week?
Oh, I forgot about Martin Luther King, Don Turner. I appreciate that, man. Martin Luther King, I might make a shirt for that one.
I have a dream that I would get the legit 11s.
That everybody will rock what they like, and they will not fall victim to the hype beast or the hype. I have a dream.
Yeah.
So that's another reason I'm not feeling Ric Flair right now, but I don't want to really say that right now. Beer Jedi, you think you know what I'm talking about?
I know what you're talking about, and it ruined me, man. Like I was the Ric Flair fan, #1 on my list. And when I heard the story, he died instantly for me. I don't need no pleas, no apologies. Once you say and you reveal who you are, I believe it, and I'm good.
I wasn't talking about the father. I was talking about the daughter.
Don't do that.
I gotta blame Rick for that.
Don't do that. I can't. I was fine. Like I didn't have that image in my head, and you ruined it. You ruined it now.
Woo.
Woo is right.
All right. What we gonna do? We'll start off with.
I don't want to know.
You don't want to know. I'm telling you something that's it's like a ghost. You know what I'm saying? You really don't want to see it.
Got you.
You don't.
So let's get to the hump day heat. And I'm really want to reach out to the chat. First of all, let's get to it. Beer Jedi, can you let us know who is rocking Team Early for episode 20?
Team Early is popping today. TJ Glado, a.k.a. Young Civics in the building. Timber Stand, Cadillac Jackson's in the building. Always the man that's hooking me up. I appreciate you, brother. Jermaine Manning's in the building. Ricardo Bonner's in the building. I saw somebody else pop in. Anthony Lewis, how you doing, fam? OG Kicks. 804, Kang of Phones and Jays. The Kang is in the building. Warrior Blood is in the building. And Sneakerhead Clone Line, of course. Illa Ill's rolling through. KJ Mark 8773. Don't think I've heard that name before, but thank you for coming through. Jamie White, Crease Kicks. We lit up in this joint tonight, man. We lit.
Man, the family
looks like Warrior Blood, G4 Vision, and also Buckeye City Soul from the Monday Mid Soul. Our sister family in the house early today as well.
Hey, happy belated birthday to Buckeye City Soul. His birthday was last week. I missed it. Happy birthday, bro.
No doubt. He didn't send me no shoes, though. Ain't you supposed to send other people shoes on your birthday? Isn't that how it works?
Since my birthday passed, that's what I agree with. Okay. I believe it.
Very good.
And I tell you, I mean, it's much appreciated, man. It's the people rocking with us. It's real family right here because it's not just – it's people that rock with us. They really mess with us, man. So we really got to represent and show out and show up, and we ready to do it. let's get to the hump day heat. Let's get to the chat first. I want to see what the chat talking about. Chat, what did you rock today? What did you rock today? Now, if it's just regular work shoes, we don't want to hear it. If it's them all black joints that's flat on the bottom, I don't want to hear it. But if you rock something dope, let us know in the chat. We'll go ahead and shout that out. We're gonna get to me first, and then we're gonna kind of move on, but we're gonna definitely. This is what I did today. You know, I'm come on now. Come on. The Paul George is all blue. Come on, that's what I'm doing.
Don't you wear those every day?
No, definitely. I haven't worn them in a couple of weeks.
You just touch them every day.
Yes, I do. I open the box, I huff them and all that. You know what I'm saying? You know, I put them in the Paul George crib and all that. Chat, G-Town Lowe's, 804 King of Foams. Chat, Buckeye City Soul said he wore the Pantone 7s. Okay.
Yeah, and I'm going to be looking in the mail for my kicks, Buckeye. Thank you.
Keeping it real. Jordan 6 Pinnacle Metallic Gold. Ooh, you pulled them out? Them all white bottoms, man. That might be number one right there. Brazil 6s for lace differently. We got
the homie keeping it real. He wears his heat to the gym. I be seeing him in the gym with it on Instagram wearing heat.
Oh wow,
up, man!
Goodness. What we got? Saucony feature collab, the Barneys, and I'm going to go ahead since since we on this portion of the show, I'm going to go ahead and pull up what Young Civic 20 had on feet. It's the IG picture that Beard Jedi has sent me, and let me see if I can get that up real quick so the family can get an idea what Young Civic 20 had on his feet for today. I hope I don't pick up the wrong picture, man. If I pick up the wrong picture, I did pick up the
tragedy.
Beard Jedi, he didn't have those.
Tragedy.
I better not pick up.
Don't. Did it come up? You had the wrong picture.
You had the wrong picture, bro.
Oh, okay. I'm trying to find the right picture for him. It's not coming up.
That was for the I feel like I need to be on permanent pause.
And I don't see it. I don't know why it's not coming up. I don't know. I know. My apologies. Like it's trying to work something to come up and it's not there. So I apologize.
Let me see if I
can give you the assist right quick.
I got
you.
All
right, cool.
Man,
There you go.
Warrior Blood, Laney 5s. What else? Ill says the Fly 89s. I think that's some joints, that the running shoes that look like the Air Jordan 4s that just recently came out.
Yeah, the all black joints.
He said broke them in and they work well for walking and LOL running. So, that's what's up. I'm not going to experiment with them, but, it's all good. Jermaine Manning.
When I beat you in tennis today.
Shut the hell up.
Dunk from
Jermaine Manning, the Indiglo 14s. Holiday, what's that? Sneeze, SNZ, the UNC 2 lows. That's what's up. Dunk from above Forest Crease kicks. Man, they rocking some heat.
I feel like this is their everyday. Like hump day heat is just a tag that they throw on their regular day.
This was Shoe Mama said she rocked today to beat me in tennis. She did beat me today. So this is the Presto that she wore, and I'm going to throw him on the floor. How dare you try to talk about how you beat me in tennis on our own damn show?
Rude. Rude. What's going on, Sneaker Files?
Sneakerhead Clothing Line, Barcelona Kobe 9s. That's what was rocked today. So I cannot pull up the picture. Maybe we'll get that later on to show what Young Civic 20 has rocked. But let's get to the next portion.
I think Beard had it up. But when you started talking, it went down.
Did you have it up, Beard?
Yeah, I think.
Okay, cool. I didn't see it. My apologies.
You all good, man. No worries. Let me grab that up real quick. Yeah, Civic came through with the heat on us.
Yeah, he did.
I'd like to thank. We're gonna get to this part of the show too. I'd like to thank everybody who rocked with us for the challenge that we're about to talk to. But I noticed that some of y'all were just talking because everybody did get in on the challenge. And I'm not saying that, to be mean, but I now understand why you didn't rock with us on the challenge because it was difficult.
I don't blame them.
It was difficult.
I feel like there's less money out of my pocket for no reason, but I just wanted to be a part of the challenge,
Damn.
Sneaker Files in the building. What's good, family?
You feel like you didn't win?
No comment. I I may have won from a comfort level, but I don't know if I won as far as how aesthetically they look.
You're damn right you won from a comfort level because I'm gonna talk about it in a minute. But there you go. Y'all should be able to see what young Civic had on feet. The Barney Sauconies, is that what they call it?
I think they call it the high rollers. I think they got like dice and stuff on them, like for Vegas.
Oh, so they've done a couple Vegas collabs.
Yeah, they got. I think they came out with 2 at the same time, but I think it's 2 different colorways. If I'm not mistaken, I may be wrong.
The other one is like a yellow, red, and green or some shit like that are real dope. I wanted those too, but the resale on those were a beast. So, Young Civic, you see that right there? He got the hashtag in there. We would like to do this every week if y'all down for tagging, but we ain't gonna put ourselves out there if y'all not gonna play. But Young Civic 20, Young_Civic_20, right there. Give him a follow, man. The dude is a photo giant in the game. I aspire to be like him, OG, Buckeye City Soul, the whole Monday Midsole crew. Y'all sneaker pics are crazy.
All right, so let's
get while we on that, can I also shout Young Civic out for something else? We have been chopping it up on. I don't know. I can't remember what we were talking about one day, but he asked me a question about like one of my favorite OG basketball players, and y'all know Dabs knows for sure that on my Mount Rushmore is definitely Julius Erving, Dr. J, and I got these right here in the mail this week from Young Civic, and that was just a nice little touch, bro. I really appreciate that. So I definitely wanted to shout him out for sending those forward, man. Just some dope, old school Dr. J cars. So it's definitely gonna find a nice spot in the man cave. Appreciate you, family.
That's dope. Now he's one of your. He's on Mount Rushmore. So if you did a starting 5 of all time, he would be your starting power forward.
Bro, I don't know. I can't put the team together like with every that'd be tough because there's some other ones there too, but I just he gonna be in there some kind of way.
I got you.
Probably I had to move LeBron over or something,
Cadillac Jackson said he couldn't do the challenge. I love my pinky toes too much.
He told me that too, bastard.
But he told us after the fact.
Oh, of course.
Let's get to the sneaker pickups.
Yeah.
That we did have for this week, and then we'll get to the sneaker challenge. We'll get to that. But these going to be the sneakers that we picked up other than the challenge per se. Beer Jedi, did you have anything this week?
I got one. I got the assist from the homie Cadillac. I got the white perforated ones. Again, the leather's crazy on these bad boys. I think these were, correct me if I'm wrong, Caddy, these were $50. So $50 is a win. I was gonna wear them when I went to Houston this weekend, but I just couldn't do it. I couldn't do it, man. This is dope with the black bottoms on there. So I'm hyped for these. That was my only pickup this week.
Man, that $50, that's the John Stockton assist. That's crazy.
Hey man, craziness right there.
OG, what did you grab this week, buddy?
So I got 2. One was, I can't remember if we talked about this before. The Puma Kuji. Very, very nice. I think, Beard, you had asked me about, like, was it knitted like the sweater? It definitely is. It's got, layers to it. It's not like they didn't do the fake out move where they just give you like the painted on design. No, it's definitely has those ridges and the different levels and so forth, like the sweater. I know a lot of people were on the black ones more than these, but I'm actually looking to try to get them both. But this one is just kind of crazy. It was actually from probably the week before, but I didn't have them yet, so I couldn't show. And London kind of shut me down. I only had one pickup the whole time I was there with some other stuff that I was looking for, and it just didn't come through. But so Reebok Classic Foot Patrol collab, black suede with the pony hair, leather lined, as somebody in our family likes to always point out. And the thing that I thought was really dope, let me see, I think I can show it better from this other shoe. Inside the tongue, there's like a little pocket where like if you're out with shorts or something like that, you ain't have no pockets, you could put like your key in there, or just a little hideaway joint, which I thought was really dope. Of course, now I just gave everybody who has the shoe away the information about where the hideaway is, but just a really, really well done shoe. Has some interesting stuff like inside the so I don't know if you guys can see that, where it says normally they don't allow them. They were saying that they don't allow, it says for sale, not for sample. Obviously if it's a sample, it usually says the opposite. And Foot Patrol is really bigging up Reebok, because we're saying that a lot of manufacturers won't allow vendors that want to do funky stuff like that to do that, but they did give them the breath to be able to do that. So that was cool. And the other thing was actually just a clothing pickup, which is London related. Can y'all see that?
Yes, sir.
So this was the London, I guess, one of the fits that Tony D and Bull had available, and I just thought it was something dope to be able to pick up to remind me of my trip to London. So try to show support to the community, pick that up. That's what I
was when you put that on Marco that you picked up those Foot Patrols, my feelings was hurt, because I remember when we were gonna put that on here to talk about shoes, and I mentioned those shoes. We didn't get to it that show. I forget why, and nobody really seemed to be rocking with them. I think Dabs hated them because of pony hair. You were just kind of quiet, and next thing I know, from London, I see him stunting over there. I was like, no, those are my shoes.
But it's the reason that I got them, real talk, is because of you, because you really brought it to my attention. Then when we walked into the Foot Patrol, it was they were there, and I was like, okay, the price was right. I did actually have one other pickup, and it was like a giveaway, but shout out to Crep Protect. I had an opportunity to go to their presented by show, or to their presented by the new store, which is the first consignment store in the UK, according to Crep. And in the back, it has a sneaker cleaning station. But they gave all the people that were able to come to, that were invited to the little, pre-opening, a cleaning kit, some actual Crep laces. They have like black laces and white laces that they sell that I guess are pre-soaked or pre-treated with the Crep Protect, some Crep wipes, some, what in the world is this? The Crep Protect for the hats, which is something cool. And then just the regular Crep Protect. So no sponsorship or nothing like that, but respect where respect is due. They didn't have to give us jack, and they did. So shout out to Crep. Appreciate that. And I was glad that it didn't get taken out of my bag when it went through customs.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Guess for me, just a small little pickup this week. Actually got them last week, but I think I got them Thursday, a day after the show. Something simple, little Diodora joint. Hopefully you guys can see those right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw the big, man. Those are nice.
I really like these joints. These are dope. You know what I'm saying? I really like these joints. It's been a pair I've been looking at on eBay for a long time, and the price finally dropped to an acceptable price, and I had to snag them up. So next on the plate is the sneaker challenge. Really looking forward to the chat. getting their feedback on a few of these sneakers that we did pick up for this under $30 challenge. The rules was that we had to pick them up from either Target, Walmart, or stores like that. I actually got mine from Kmart. But who wants to go first? If you want me to, I will. Just get me out the way.
Go for it, bruh.
All right. Well, for my pair, it comes from the very esteemed brand of Athlete Tech. I think that's what it's called, Athlete Tech.
Yeah.
So
the box look better than the shoes.
The box is dope, actually.
Right.
But here they go right here, and I hope you guys can see it because I'm having a little bit of lag. Yeah. Can you guys see it?
Give us the colorway. Give us the colorway.
I don't even know. It's black, green, and white. I don't have the box in front of me. I'm sorry because I think my feed is coming down a little bit, so I don't know if you guys can actually see it or not. Okay, there we go. Okay, I can see myself now. So, Athletic Tech, black, green, and whatever, they were $9.99 at Kmart. And the crazy thing about it, the bottoms are kind of like wavy looking, and they're really slippery on carpet. So I'm walking around the house. I'm like, oh, whoa, you know what's going on? When I get outside, though, they were actually comfortable. Had kind of a flexy feel like the actual Nike free joints. So they're really flexible. And they felt actually pretty freaking good. It creased pretty easily, but, you know, from a style perspective, just not my steez. But nobody let me have it, thank goodness. I was kind of smart not to go in areas where they know about sneakers, but, you know, kind of pulled a cheat code on that one. But that's what I picked up. What about you guys?
So first of all, let me say that we didn't do this challenge as a way to poke fun at people who got to rock these shoes or choose to rock these shoes. You can't afford it, whatever. We're three cats who come on here, you know what I'm saying? We're the Sole Trinity. We get on here every week and we talk, aka brag about shoes that we have. And we thought it would be interesting to try and switch it up a little bit. You go out and spend $100 every week on shoes, $120. You catch a good deal on some name brand shoes for $50. What if your limit was $30? What if you had to go to a store where you didn't have no options? So that's kind of where it came from. So I went to my only options here were Target and Walmart. I think there's a Payless somewhere, but it's not close. So I hit up 2 Walmarts and a Target. Target, if you're watching this show, you have the worst shoe selection in the world, and it's dirty as shit. Y'all need to clean that up. I went in there and I thought somebody had just ran through with their arms out and knocked all the shoes over. It was so bad. And it was expensive. It was like $40. So I didn't get it from Target, but I went to Walmart. You know how we do. We're showing the receipts. We're showing you the leg work. We keep it real with the family. We're keeping it real with you, so keep it real with the family. There you go. Went to Walmart. I paid $20.54 after tax, and I got the FUBU. I think that y'all can't hear me if I do that. I think that Ali Vita said these are the FUBU Cement 88s is the name that he gave me. I don't know because there was no box. It came on a hanger. So that's the box that came with my shoes. But these are the Cement FUBU 88s. They even got the little lace Dubray on these bad boys.
Wait. You spent $20 and you still didn't get a box?
No box, bruh. They was hanging. The socks had more packaging than these shoes.
Hey, here's the box on mine. I think the box is actually worth more than the shoes.
Hey, at least that box is winning. These got no box.
No box.
That's your box. This is my box right here. So yeah, this is what's popping. The cement is textures, like it's just print. You can't feel that. So that's my shoe. OG, you in the building?
Yeah, I'm here.
What you got?
So I don't know where my receipt is, but I can try to show my receipt from the phone. Can y'all see that? My joints came from mine came from Walmart. They were $14.97, and I don't have it with me, but I also had the same type of box that Beard had. And I'll just call these the black toe and ones. That was my shoe for today. And it is the weirdest thing. When I was walking around, the shoes didn't feel bad, but every time I sat down, these mugs were killing my feet. So I'm not exactly sure what was up with that, but yeah, so that was me for today. And this will be the last time I will have these on my feet. And I said that I was going to give them to Kick Dreams United, but after talking to Beard, I may reconsider because I don't want to pass pain on to anyone. So I don't know. I'll talk to Tony over there and see how he feels about it. And if he thinks well of it, I'll pass them on. If not, I'll think of something else like setting them on fire. or trying to cut them in half or something.
Yeah, I think mine going straight to the dump.
But wait. But I did find these, but I was disqualified, so I was not able to compete these. But these were only $9, but they weren't from a store that ended with Mart. So because they were not Walmart, Kmart, or Payless, they were disqualified. But this was really my first choice. Also a FUBU like beard. City Trends, right there. You see the receipt, or the price tag, 9 something.
Hey, $9.99. It's not a bad shoe at all, man. Yeah, so we were like, okay, we'll do this challenge, and unlike Complex, who set the shoes on fire, we were gonna donate them to Kids Dreams United. After wearing these shoes for about 3 or 4 hours, I feel like giving these away to somebody would be torture. and I don't know that I should ship them to someone to be tortured. So these will probably be in the car for somebody I see that's bare feet or something like that. And I might send some other kicks to Kicks Dreams United because that was the original deal.
Well, that's what I'm going to do. I got at least a couple pairs, so that's my plan.
Jedi, if you give those to somebody, they might throw it back at you.
So that's what I said. Like when I mentioned it today, I was like, well, I can send them to him because it's safer. If I give them to somebody that I see, they might whoop my ass next time they see the truck run by. But if I ship these out to Kicks Dreams, I'm safe. They're really uncomfortable. And I wear a 12 and a half is my perfect shoe. I buy a lot of 13s because the 12s don't really rock. That's a 12, and I could have gone with an 11 and a half or an 11 probably, but they didn't have an 11. Damn. So I ended up with that 12, and it's the worst feeling shoe that I've had on. Like, part of my name, the reason I'm the Black Alex P. Keaton is because I'm a black dude and I was raised in the suburbs. I'm a suburb boy. That's the Black Alex P. Keaton. So I've never had shoes like this on my feet. It's always been Nike FUBU or not FUBU, Nike Fila, British Knights, LA Gear, that kind of shit. Those motherfuckers are terrible. If you live in life and those are shoes you have to have on, bro, I'm sorry. Like, that's not even slander. I'm sorry. Life sucks. Those are terrible.
Cadillac Jackson said you might as well give them socks with a Nike swoosh drawn in marker. That is crazy. Did you have the photo for V's kicks in the pickup that she did?
Yeah, I can pull that up.
Because if I dropped the lag when I went on my internet connection. Anything else I'm doing is going to stop me. So
yeah, so V's kicks is going to be the winner this week, and it's a really easy choice because she's the only one who played the game, which is not a problem. You know what I'm saying? I think a few people in the chat said that they wanted to get in on it. So V's Kicks I believe she went to Walmart as well. Yes. And she spent $9 on the shoes and another $2 on the laces and some shit. She did a lace swap. Now here's another picture of V's Kicks rocking the shoes, and she's pulling them off. Like, come on, bruh. She's pulling them off. Can y'all see that picture of her rocking it, or y'all just see the shoes?
I only see the shoes.
All right, let me see if I can get this
frozen for a second.
All right. So this is her pulling them off with a fit, and you can't tell. They look like she got on some Adidas or Nikes or something like that. Like, you can't tell.
No, you can't. For real.
What I do want to know, V's Kicks, if you're in the chat, why the hell did you pass up on those foams? Why did you pass up on the and one foams? That's what I want to know. The and one foams was on point. But because she's the only one that played the game, I'll be catching up with her and sending her gift card because nobody else wanted to play with us. I'm going to tell my mama.
Pause.
I will say all the stores that I went in, the shoes that were for ladies were all better. Like, I went to Target first. And in my area, the Target had like no sneakers for men. And then they had like 50 rows of sneakers for women.
Yeah, and you mentioned TJ Maxx. I hope I saved your trip. They don't have men's shoes.
Yeah.
No, I didn't even go in there because they were in the same building. But I figured TJ Maxx would be like going to Marshall's, and I was going to see, the name brand stuff that we had ruled out. So I didn't even bother going.
That's what's up.
But,
That's what's up.
but what do y'all think? Which of the three of us won? Who had the best heat?
Let the chat decide on that one.
Chat. Who had the heat?
Who won the challenge? Was it
and
V's
the
Kicks?
athlete text? Well, V's Kicks won the challenge. Yeah.
She won the challenge, but she still qualifies to see who had the best shoes, right?
How about me?
Who won the challenge, chat? Get in the chat to see him with the.
He said the Blanche Devereaux collabs.
Y'all, Blanche, whoa, y'all all tied.
The Golden Girl specials.
Jermaine Manning said,
going with OG. Illa Ills and Young Civic said they're going with OG. Timberstan, OG, Don Turner Beard, V's Kicks, Jedi, V's Kicks for Sneakerhead. Man, that's great. Nobody even. What about these? What about these?
They said them fugly, bruh.
I'll tell you, I can't wait to get them out of my house because they're really. I mean, they're disturbing my other shoes.
The Golden Girls Acres collection. Lord have mercy.
Yeah, they're making my collection angry.
Calling the Bizarro Felines. The Golden Girls Shady Acres collection. Damn.
That's dope.
Yeah, so Illa Ills, that is the plan. We're gonna donate them or give them away to somebody. That's that was the plan. Dabs might have already started cutting his in half. I don't know. I will be giving mine away to somebody or something for some reason.
So by my count, it's a win for the Black Toe and ones. But I'll let someone else unbiased count.
No, that's it.
That's it. I mean,
but Say Boogie said no one won, we all lost. No doubt.
It was definitely fun, man. Like today I was wearing them and I was rolling in Burlington and shit and running errands. And while my feet were hurting like shit, no one gave a damn about what was on my feet. Hey, I was like, that's pretty interesting.
Everybody in my office was like, they were looking, but they was afraid to say something because they were like, what are you doing with some AM1s on today? So I had to do the disclaimer. It's like, okay, this is what's going on down. This is what we're doing. It was like, oh, okay. We thought maybe you got sick when you were in London and you walking around with dementia or something.
It was definitely an interesting day to be a sneakerhead. I feel like tomorrow I have to break out something really hot to cleanse myself of the bullshit I had on my feet today.
Dabs, Don Turner said you got the Lawnmower Deluxes.
Sneakerhead called them the Usain Nopes. I like that one too.
I like that. Usain Nopes.
Well, let's get to the main course, fam. It's something I've been wanting to talk about for a while, and I didn't know how to quite word it, so I just named the topic for today the sneaker stock market. And it's more or less about values, sneaker values, what we think about them, what's going on in the sneaker game. Sometimes I do sell shoes, and I can just tell just by looking at eBay, looking at Kixify, looking at even StockX, where the sneaker prices for particular sneakers are dropping. I mean, there's OVO 12s going for prices to where, I think the OVO 12s when they first came out, we were more or less talking about $700-800. Now it's down to $400. That alone lets me know something's going on to where these prices are dropping. So we're going to try to figure out why and just get some more in-depth reasoning behind that. And I wanted to start it off with just a small story. When I was I think everybody collects something at some point, and maybe not everybody, but for me, when I collect something, I want to see value from it. What I mean? Like when I came up, I would collect baseball cards and basketball cards, mostly baseball coming up. And I collected them because there was always that chance of getting something special, getting a Barry Bonds rookie card, a Mark McGwire rookie card. It was always that chance of getting something special. And then you got that value. When you got that value, you can trade it for something special. Oh, I got this card. Maybe you can give me 2 of these for this one. You can. So it goes up. I started collecting basketball cards because the value from the baseball dropped. It wasn't there. In the 80s, they made too much of everything. You can still find pristine, mint condition cards and they're worth nothing. Ken Griffey Jr. rookie cards, not really worth much. So turn to basketball. And that's when they started making everything limited. So they started adding signatures on the cars. They started adding pieces of fabric, jerseys, pieces of shoes on cars. Even they've done a lot of different stuff to make things more limited. Therefore, it boosted the value. LeBron James rookie card, for example, for a UD Exquisite is right around $10,000 to $20,000 for his rookie card. You know, I think it's only, I don't know how many they are of them, but in mint condition, those cards are worth a lot of money because they started limiting everything. And then the value dropped from that. You know, too many brands, the numbers started going back up again, whatever. And I did fall out of collecting cards because of that. So the first question that I wanted to ask is, what if sneakers had no value? Would you still collect? I wanted to start that question off and go to Beard Jedi with that. If sneakers had no value, would you still be a collector?
Yeah, because I really don't. You know, at this point, I've had some shoes that I copped that I had to return or trade or sell because I don't know about anybody else, but I still live check to check. Sometimes the check is better than others. You know what I'm saying? I hustle here and I hustle there. So I've had shoes I've had to move to pay bills. But now I'm at the point that I don't think a lot of my shoes are worth a lot of cash. So it was never a thing for me that I jumped in the game because of the cash value. I never really got in it for that. I saw certain shoes here and there that I thought were dope for the cash value. But at the end of the day, I'm copping shoes I like. You know what I'm saying? These perforated ones, I've been eyeballing since I saw them, and they have no resale value, like $50. No resale value, but I've got those. I got the black pair. I've got, you know, a bunch of other. Jordans are not always just cash in the bank. Sometimes this shit is not moving. I've had shoes. I've had Jordans. I've had my 10s up, the double nickels and the red steels. I've had them on sale on eBay for a long time. Nobody's looking at them. I've had my older Jordan 9s and my Citrus 9s up. Nobody's looking at them. So I'm not really that kind of dude anyway. So for me, yes, I'd absolutely cop without the cash value.
What about you, OG?
I would say the same. I don't you know, I consider sometimes the value just in terms of, you know, what opportunity it may be. Sometimes you'll see something and you may be not necessarily interested, but you might be interested in it from the standpoint of, you know, the value that's associated with it so that you can, you know, flip that into something that you want. But yeah, for me, it's, you know, it's really about the kick. So I think that my buying might be different, you know, from the standpoint if there, you know, weren't values, those things that you weren't really interested in, or only looking at it from a financial standpoint, you know, those things probably would fall by the wayside and you wouldn't really necessarily look at them because it wasn't something that you were interested in anyway. But in terms of, you know, would I just stop or, you know, not, you know, collect? No, not at all. I'll still be in the game.
I will say that it would change the way that I shop for sneakers. So, you know, seeing how if the Royals came out and it wasn't a lot of hype because of the resale, I wouldn't have got up at 8 o'clock to try and get ready to hit the apps and do that shit. I wouldn't have done that, but I knew how that was going to go. So, you know what I mean? I get it. I get it.
For me, I can't even lie. I mean, it would totally change my habits, and it wouldn't take me completely out, but I would have to more or less love it from afar. If there was no value, it would have to be something that I would absolutely love. I mean, like love. It has to be a 10. I couldn't even buy 8 or a 9 type of a sneaker, you know, for me, you know, because to me, this is about value. You know, people that collect cars don't collect cars because there's no value associated with it. And this is just my opinion. I'm giving my opinion. You know, when you go to buy a car, you trade it in or whatever, it's unacceptable for the dealer to say, hey, your car's not worth nothing. And I almost look at it the same way with shoes. If this had no value, you know, I don't know if I would do it. I don't know if I would do it to this extent per se. You know, I like the fact that I have a closet full of shoes that can be a cash out option anytime I want. It's like a little vault. You know, if I need to get some paper, oh, wow, okay, let me just go to the vault real quick if I need some emergency money or whatever, you know. So I don't know. Let's see what the chat is saying about this particular topic so far.
Well, say Boogie asked the question, are you talking about just us or the general sneaker audience? And you know, all our discussions about all of us. So we're not just talking about, as it relates to the three of us. Is just everybody that's rocking in the chat and just folks in general.
Cadillac Jackson says, of course, I don't buy because of the market. I buy because I want them for myself. If they get me money down the road, then that's cool. But if they don't, that's fine too. Young Civic, it matters for me, and it also don't matter. I mean, like Dab said, as a collector, you do have valuable shoes, but I have just fallen in love with the sneakers anymore. I can't let go, so I don't sell. Warrior Blood, I buy for me, and I cop to resell sometimes. So it looks like a lot of people are saying, like, yo, we're gonna, continue to buy. But I just, for me, I don't know. I don't know. I like to have, like, if I buy something, I just, like, for me, like this hat per se. This hat, I know that, there's no value in it. Whatever. Maybe if I take it to, what's the place called that you can resell clothes and stuff? I can't think of the name of the place. Plato's Closet. You take it to Plato's Closet, get $1 or $2. Even when you turn your shoes there's no value there. I've never done it before, but I would imagine they sell themselves so cheap, they're only going to give you so much. But like you said, you would change the way you buy sneakers, correct?
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, and we're seeing that change now. There's no need to rush out to buy shoes because they're sitting, it's funny because that's what we complained about when we first started doing the show. That was one of the things about how shit was selling out and resellers. And now, just in the evolution of this show, we're on episode 23, shit's sitting like crazy. Mm-hmm. And I'm seeing YouTubers saying that this shoe is dead and that shoe is dead. And it's not dead, motherfucker. You have options. This is what we wanted. You know what I'm saying? This is how it's supposed to be. Great. Yeah, this is how it's supposed to be. I can go to the store and I can get the shoe I want. It's going to be a couple dollars off and I can save a little bit of change, and that's a win. Yeah. How are you mad about that?
I think it's absolutely great if you change the temperature. When I first started doing YouTube, it was like, oh, buy it the first week, because everything was kind of selling out, especially the hot stuff. Now we got 11s sitting heavy. I think I went on Nike app a day ago, and those Air Jordan 11 Barons full, they have a full size run going on, which to me is unbelievable. It's unbelievable to see that shoe is actually sitting, or even the Pure Money 4s full size run. That's a dope sneaker, and we can't no longer complain about quality because the Pure Money is a nicely made shoe. These Pure Platinum 7s that's coming out this week, it is a nice shoe. These Motorsport 4s that's going to be coming out, it's a nice shoe. So we no longer can complain about quality. So now what is it? What's affecting the values what's affecting the sneakers to where Jordan brand is no longer valued like it once was? Is it just a matter of fact of oversaturation?
I think it's a combination of oversaturation and what you're offering people. Like you offered 11s, and usually 11 is a home run, but you just gave us a 72 and 10. Now you gave us a low. I don't need both. If I'm a collector, I don't need both. And you haven't done enough to make this shoe different for me that I would want to buy it. So I'm not going to buy it. You gave me the UNC lows, but were we really looking for that damn shoe anyway? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. So I just feel like they're not picking the right shoes. If you look, these are the 11s. I'm on the sneakers app, and there's still pretty good selection left.
Yep.
And I don't know what the hype is anymore, but I feel like there's not a lot of hype around a lot of shoes. Now, counter to that, the LeBron red carpets are sold out on the app. Gone already. We've seen the PGs sell out damn near every time they come out. So there's definitely a difference there. But to say Jordan brand is dead because they're more available is crazy. You know what I'm saying? We'll see when those cements come out next February when they sell out. We saw the Royals sell out. You know what I'm saying? So it's certain shoes are just going to move. If you go back to the OGs, like I think 804 and Don Turner said, one lady lister said, if you go back to them OG colorways, it's going to be a wrap, just like usual. Business as usual.
Yeah, I can see that. And my thought processes are going towards that blue 11 that's going to be coming out. I think they moved it to Black Friday. They're going to be 220, got the same cut as the Space Jams had last year. If they make 1 million of those, will we have to do tickets? Will we have to do the reservation app? It's a new colorway.
Those shoes are gonna be tickets or reservations anyway, just because it's a Cyber Monday shoe. So, it's gonna be hype on it. Either people think they're gonna be a lot of them, or that they're gonna be a little.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I mean, really, the only shoes that they did tickets on in my area this year was just the Royals, and that was because that's a very limited shoe.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I guess it depends on your area. They do tickets almost every weekend for every shoe, irrespective, in this area. So that's like the standard.
Yeah, I agree with that. Black Ass African said your brand ain't dead because you see more George on the street than you see any other brand.
That's true.
It's never gonna be dead. It's never gonna be dead. It's not gonna happen. Adidas is taking a great chunk out of the market visibility with those boosts because our fashion has changed. You know what I'm saying? If you're wearing, we've talked about this on the show before. If you're wearing jeans that are more tapered, sometimes the George is not gonna pull off. I've had on my jeans that I got tailored, and I wanted to put on maybe my Georgetown, but I'm like, the Georgetown don't look right with these. So now I got to switch it up. Now I don't have any Adidas boosts, so right. That's not an option for me. But I understand the wanting a more minimalistic shoe to go with your jeans and your tapered joggers and shit like that. It makes sense. I get it. But Jordan Brand being dead, not gonna happen.
Yeah. Shout out to Sneaker Files podcast in the building. It said it took the entire Adidas product line to beat just Jordan Brand, not Nike last quarter. Said MJ's doing all right. So what's up to our sneaker sister podcast from way up north. Appreciate y'all.
I think from a business perspective, of course, Nike, Jordan are doing great. They're doing excellent. They can send all this shit to the outlet and it's fine. But from the culture, from people wanting that, Jordans, from collectors, I don't know if it's doing as well as Adidas is doing, in my opinion. When I was thinking about the topic too, I also and I hate to really harp on Jordan because I really wanted to be about sneakers, but usually it always comes back to Jordan. I wonder, is there a way for Jordan to come out with a shoe other than 1 through 14, something new that is going to just grab people back? Do you think it's possible, or Jordan just is when Jordan releases a 1 through 14 in the OG colorway, that's Jordan's Yeezy?
When you say grab back, what do you mean? Like just start the firestorm again? Something just to be...
Well, I guess what I'm saying is I was thinking about with Jordan Brand, they haven't really came out with anything other than their retros, 1 through 14. Anything other than a Jordan retro, for the most part, I would say 90% of the shoes that's not a Jordan 1 through 14, nobody really digging them like that. You know what I mean? So, and I guess what I was thinking about, when Jordan comes out with a 1 through 14 in the OG colorway, is that Nike's Yeezy? Is that Jordan's Yeezy?
Yeah, but it has been we're talking about a shoe that saved the company. So it is what it is. And because of that 1 through 14 has put such a chasm between everything else. That's just what it's going to be. I think Jordan Brand or Jumpman has some other shoes that work. That shoe that everybody talks about that looks like the 12s, the low-cut trainer. A lot of those trainers to me are dope. And I'm going to get that red and white trainer. That'd be a dope gym shoe. The Dub Zeros. They have a lot of shoes that are dope. But if you're a sneakerhead, a lot of times people are looking at you funny if you buy their shoes. Like that's a consolation prize, or you playing the game. And I think that stigma is still there. So that kind of sucks. So I don't know if that's ever going to change for a sneakerhead. But for the general public, hey, I've gone into my local Finish Line, and that Dub Zero's gone. That red and white low Jordan trainer's gone. So people are buying them. It just might not be part of our visibility because they're not sneakerheads like us, or that's not on our radar. But I still think they're doing well. It's you know what I'm saying? Those other shoes on the periphery of Jordan are the Monarchs. They're moving.
Yeah.
So
I'm sorry, go ahead, OG.
No, I was just looking in the chat. Say Boogie says it's also the demographic. He says OG cats are generally on Jordan Brand. The younger demo are on new athletes and music and arts, i.e. Kanye, et cetera, et cetera. I would also add to your question, Dabs, that to me, I think the newer shoes are more about performance than they are about style.
Mm-hmm.
And so the problem is that, you know, people that are looking for style are going to be looking at, well, for me, it's an expanded. I go past 14, but, you know, I understand that I may be in the, you know, in the smaller section there, just in the minority. That was the word I was looking for in terms of that. You know, some people only go to 14, but for me, I go at least up to 23 because I think the 23s are one of the dopest combination of style and technology that Jordan and Nike have ever made. But having said that, I think that it's difficult because when they're making a shoe now, they're looking at technology. They're trying to make it lightweight. They're trying to, you know, incorporate the fly knit and all of those things. And they're not looking at style. They're not looking at wanting to use heavy textiles like leather and heavy suede and stuff like that because they believe players don't want to play in them. So it's kind of a, you know, one is fighting against the other. Either you're going to have something, you know, a la Yeezy or Ultra Boost or whatever that's, you know, technology forward, you know, that's not necessarily fashion forward. And they're always, you know, kind of fighting against each other. Whereas the OG shoes, they were the new technology and, you know, new style, if you will.
That's interesting. That's an interesting take on it. I really think another way with that, though, I think Jordan Brand's just failing from a styling perspective, in my opinion. I mean, you could say, yeah, they're going straight performance, but really, you know, I don't think Jordan Brand wants to cut away from people that want to rock them for style, too. That's what it was. I don't think it was really built on that. It probably was always based on performance. But we know that when the Jordans came out in years past, it was definitely something that you're going to rock with some jeans, rock with whatever. And now these shoes, you literally can't rock with nothing. And it's hard for me to imagine where Jordan says, let me ignore the people that want to just rock them for casual and just go straight performance. It's hard for me to imagine that. I still think they want,
but they're focused.
They're not successful in doing it.
They're focusing on their signature athletes. Those signature athletes want performance, or either they have multiple lines. So LeBron, he has, you know, his main, you know, whatever the numbered shoe. Then you have the Soldiers, which are performance, and then he has, you know, those the other shoes like the ones that I get clowned about, and those other, you know, various shoes that are more quote lifestyle type shoes. But I don't think Nike is failing. I would say like Under Armour is failing when it comes to fashion. I think Nike ain't trying because when they want to, a la Paul George, a la some of the things they've done with the Kyrie line, they do come with something that has performance and some style, but they ain't really trying because they don't have to.
Well, I think with Jordan Brand, I just don't see it because with Jordan Brand, what they've done is when you look at the like you're saying with the LeBrons, yeah, of course he has the shoes that he want to ball out in with the Soldiers or whatever. All his shoes to me look the same now anyway. But with the Jordan Brand, you have the 31s. Okay, now you have the Blake Griffins, looks just like the 31s. Okay, now we got the Ultra Flies, looks just like the 31s. So I don't, you know, saying you can have performance with the Ultra Flies and then make the 31 that premium shoe. And they're not doing it. They're just making everything performance. So there's no, when it comes to new Jordans, I don't see nothing that where it says, okay, this is just for being casual. Unless it's something like the Jordan Fly 89, which
I don't disagree.
You know,
I don't disagree with you. I'm just saying that they're focusing on performance. Because they know that they got 80% or 90% of the people in 1 through 14. So why do they even have to spend any time or any R&D or anything on developing anything for style? Because we fat and happy with 1 through 14. Ain't nobody trying to do nothing above that. You know, that
I really don't.
In my opinion, that falls back on us because we're not demanding it.
We're not buying it either, though. We're not buying it. So we don't, you know, we're cool on it. We're not buying it. You know, I don't know. I just think when Jordan Brand puts with the new ones, they put a little taste of leather on there. They tried for that style aesthetic to me, and it blends into the fly knit or whatever material that is that they use. I think they were trying. You know what I'm saying? Me personally, I think they were trying, and they failed on the 31s. I think they just failed from, we wanted to have that all together look like the Air Jordan 1. They based it off the Air Jordan 1.
Yeah, I don't think that they were stylish at all. I feel like that was a technology grab. I think they just grabbed the first shoe and wanted to throw a little tech on it and reinvent it. I don't think it's stylish at all. And that might be why is at the outlets is sitting like crazy. Like that might be their ankle dick LeBrons. You know what I'm saying? That might be the one that breaks. They've been trying. I mean, that shoe actually looks 100% better in the low. I feel like the low is kind of their attempt at the style factor, but that's just me. But the 31, that high, I don't like it. And if it's coming from the 30 and the 29, which were also performance-based shoes, it's like they turned over a leaf on that when they were like, all right, we're going to try something new. And again, you pass the 14 and you switch it to performance-based, that shit's going to do what it's due. That's why it looks like it looks, and that's why it sits like it sits.
What do you think Jordan Brand in particular is gonna have to do to? Well, it's kind of a weird question because now that I'm thinking about it, they don't care about the sneaker values. So I guess it would be up to us to say, what do we want to see happen with Jordan Brand so these values can come up? And obviously, to me, maybe I'm the only one that really cares about values, because if I see something at the store and I know I can get a good deal on it and flip it, I'm about making that money. I've sold probably over 200 pairs between now and last year. So, call it what you may. I just call it opportunity. If I see something cheap, I can flip it for double. Yeah, I'm going to do it. You know what I mean? That's just grinding to me. You know what I'm saying? So if you want to call, either he's not about the sneaker culture or whatever, call it what you want to call it. I call it getting paper. You know what I mean? But so for me, being the opportunist that I am, I would like to see sneaker values increase. I don't want to see sneaker values plummet. So what are some things that we feel that we would want to see to where sneaker values can increase? Is there anything that you can state on that?
See them increase. Got to give us more dope sneakers. I feel like right now in retail, in e-commerce right now, the hot thing is people that are in our age bracket. If you're 30s to mid 40s, somewhere in there, mid 20s to if you're in that range, if you experience the golden era, if you experience graduating in the mid 90s, early 2000s, we're the ones that have money right now. That's why everything's being remade. Get in on that shit. Bring that shit back. Bring back those Jordans that we actually had that we missed out on that we can afford to get now. Bring back the OG joints and you'll see that shit pop back up. If they were to release those Concords, which I don't know why they haven't gone in that vault and done that. If they were to release the Bread 11s again, if they were to go back and get that shit that was hot, it would go crazy. It would go crazy, but they're not doing that, and I don't know why. If you release those in somewhat decent numbers, you don't have to, you don't have to GR them, but you release those in decent numbers, that shit would do fine. The Royals, y'all have done the Royals like 3 times in the past 4 years or past 6 years or something crazy. The Breads you've done twice in the past 5 or 6 years. They move every time. Why not bring them joints back out again? It's not a problem. Like when you actually started doing the remastered idea, the shit was a win. Mm-hmm. The 3s, we've been waiting so long for the OG 3s to come back. Now they on the slate for February of next year. People are camping. They ready for those. If you told people they could camp out now, people would probably start. There's some people that will start on those right now. So give us the shit that we want. This is the generation that's got money. Give us the shit that we want. I think that's something that they're overlooking. Quit giving us all the little cute shirts, the little cute shorts and shit. Give us the damn shoes that we want.
What do you think, OG?
I mean, to me, I guess I would just go to simple marketing. You want the values to increase, you gotta turn the faucet back on the supply. Long as you keep flooding the market, the values are gonna slip. The things that keep their value or stay in a high value are those things that have limited availability. But even in that, sometimes the value is going to slip because people shooting for the next thing. So to me, the values are not lasting as long. You may have a shoe that has a higher value for a period of time, and then it starts to fall off because it's like what's the next thing.
And don't you hate that this climate that we're in now? And maybe I'm being naive, But
I,
back in the day when
I don't hate it because I'm not doing it to try to
no, I mean I'm not even talking about values right now. I'm talking about the climate of what's next. Don't you hate it's like you can't even like freaking enjoy a shoe now because it's always, well, I do, me personally. I think a lot of people don't though, especially the younger people, where it's like we got that whole get next mentality. You got this shoe that came out one week and the next week is old.
Right.
You know what I mean? How do y'all feel about that? What we're in this time we're in?
It's way like I get it, and I guess it's somewhat exciting when they're releasing heat. I think what we're seeing right now is there's a lull in the creativity, and it's too much of it. So if you give me out of 3-month period, if you give me 25 NMD releases and all you're doing is changing the color, that's not a re-release to me. That's not new shit. So you just gave me 3 months of the same shoe. Just releasing it back to back means I gotta wait. Just give me all that shit at once and let me get the next shoe in a month. Jordan Brand, there's no reason for you to release a shoe every damn week. There's just not. There's just not a reason for that shit. And I guess, you flood the market so people have options. That's cool. But you can also just do 3 or 4 on a day and let people make their choice then. But every fucking week, there's no reason for that shit, man. And like I said, you're slightly tweaking this shit. So one week you come out with the Pantones, and the next week you come up with the golds, and like, stop that shit, man. It's like they're bleeding us. You know what I mean? It's no retribution. There's like you still giving us the same shitty quality. We're not getting any story. You just throwing the shoes at us, and here you go. I'm not a fan of that. I think it's way too many releases.
Yeah, I agree 100%. I was always saying if they just released one main shoe every 2 weeks, I think that'd drive up, what I'm saying, some of the anticipation for the brand. But when stuff is coming out every week, it just makes, especially with the youth, it's making things get old real fast. I've seen a lot of kids rocking the white North Carolina blue 11 lows this weekend. A lot of kids were rocking. I was like, man, that's crazy. I didn't think that they, were popular. A lot of kids had them on. But it's like, how long will they be rocking them until it's like that next thing where this ain't hot no more? To me, a Jordan is always going to be hot. I don't know. For me, when I rock some of my older stuff, that's when people are like, oh. But when I rock the newer stuff, it's like, nah. You know what I mean? Because it's that next. So it's like you almost got to wait a while to bring them back out so they can really, really like feel fly and really feel different. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What you think about that, OG? I mean, are we in a time? Are you disgusted with this time we're in, or you okay with it?
It depends on the day. I think when you get a smorgasbord of stuff you want, that's exciting. Let's say if you get band ones, then you get royals, then you get a shattered backboard or something like that. That's exciting. It's like, wow, but at the end of the day, I would tend to agree. I would rather have a slower, steady stream than just so much stuff that you just don't even know, almost like you're a kid on Christmas and you come down, I don't know, if your family used to do this, but, whatever stuff that we had, my parents would not put very much of it out before we went to sleep. So that when you come out, from waking up, you kind of see, a room of, even if it's, 3 or 4 things, is, when you went to sleep, it was nothing there, or maybe just a fruit basket that, Aunt Lily brought over beforehand. And then you come out and you see those 4 boxes and you don't know which one to open first. It's kind of like, it feels like that some weeks where it's just so much stuff that you just, you can't focus or even appreciate something because you're on to the next thing. And I mean, I know that I'm at a point where actually when it's a lull, I kind of feel good because I can breathe. I can kind of look at, well, what do I have? Because I don't like the feeling when I come across something that's like, damn, I forgot all about that. But when it was coming out, I was really, anticipating it. So and I'm trying to I want to do better. I saw Don Turner made a comment about, holding on some of his kicks because he wants to hold, the DS value rather than, It's like, man, wear them shits, because that's what you're doing. Unless you're just an investment type person. Like I know there's like was the guy MJ23 Jodan that I probably said it wrong, but he's a collector, just having collection that he doesn't rock his kicks, but that's his zhuzh. That's what he does.
Dead stock collector.
Yeah. And I get that, and I respect that. But if you wearing your shit, wear your shit. And I say that really more to say it to myself than anybody else, because at the end of the day, that's what you do it for.
Check this out. This is going to be crazy. I'm looking at all the releases on the sneakers app today. The LeBron Soldier 11 came out, and then 3 different Air Zoom Flight 95s came out. That's 4 sneakers. Light day drops tomorrow. Air VaporMax Flight Flyknits. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 different colorways. Women's Cortez Classic, Women's Blazer Low Premium, Women's Air Max Jewel, Women's Air Max Dia, Women's Classic Cortez, Women's Classic Cortez, another Cortez, a Men's Classic Cortez, another Men's Classic Cortez, Cortez Basic Nylon, Women's Blazer, Women's Blazer. I don't know how many shoes I named because I missed one more Cortez. About 15 shoes that releasing in one day from just one brand.
Mm-hmm.
It's excessive.
Well, so I'm more of a fan of that than dragging this out over 15 weeks. But when you start re-releasing shoes that aren't really an upgrade and you change the price, you're bleeding us, man. Like those Vapor Max are what, 180, 170 or some shit like that?
They're 190.
190. That's a 190 for that shoe. That's a low that, from what I've heard from all the people who've reviewed them on YouTube, it's not really an everyday kick. It's definitely not a performance kick, which is already a problem. And it's not an everyday kick. So what the fuck are we paying for? The Cortez, hey, that's a dope GR release. But not if you put the leather on there and charge me $120 for it, because that's not a $120 shoe. It's never been a $120 shoe. How much are they going for, Dabs? Does it say the price on there?
Which one?
Any of the Cortez.
I assume most of them are leather. I had got out of it. Because I had noticed that on about how many releases were coming out. I would guess they're ranging anywhere from $70 to $75, maybe $80.
Cortez? Yeah, more than that, bro. That's the one, the LBC ones and the Compton joints.
Yeah,
which those are collabs or commemorative or some shit like that. I get that, whatever. But the regular, like the Forrest Gumps, how much are the Forrest Gumps going for? And you put the leather on them, so it's not really the Forrest Gumps, but okay. But you put the leather on them, and then you want to charge us 110, 120 for them. Jamie White saying 80, Cadillac Jackson saying 80. So 80 is a better price point. Like, you get it. I still think 80 is high for Cortez. It's not that kind of a quality. And I love, like I said, when we do our top 5 show on our favorite silhouettes, it's going to be up there for me. But it's not an $80 shoe. You're not putting $80 worth of leather on that shoe. And I actually like the 2 material ones better than I like the leather on the Cortez.
Well, OG really said it best when he said it's like the, Jordan Corral. It's you're at a buffet. Everything looks good when you first get there. After two passes, though, you kind of full. And right now, Jordan is really, to me, he's filling us up. You know what I mean? It's just so much coming out. Really not even Jordan, it's Nike brand too. It's just too much coming out. There's a LeBron today. There's going to be a KD tomorrow. And the next day, I think it's going to be another Paul George. And it's like, whoa, like I know you got to capitalize, but every day, it's not even every week now with Nike. It's every day, it seems like. And if it ain't Nike, then here comes Adidas,
Yeah.
They're dropping Ultra Boosts and MDs like crazy as well. You don't get a break. You don't get a breather.
I think somebody said, I think it was Say I Boogie, said that what we're having is Jordan fatigue. And I never heard that, but that's a hell of a phrase. And it's hella accurate. Like when you go to the outlets now, you're almost looking to see recent Jordans. And if you don't see a recent Jordan, it's like, they ain't got shit. Like now everybody's looking for the perforated ones and the yin yangs, which the yin yangs is interesting to me because everybody loves the yin yangs. Somehow they've never sold out of yin yangs, ever. Like that shit was 160 the first 2 weeks it came out. After that, it's pretty much been $100 since it came out everywhere. And somehow that shoe is still being bought, being purchased, being sold at retail. I don't like if we talk about saturation of the market, that shoe is out there all the time.
Right.
But people are fine with that. It's cool.
Okay,
and I would say that still got hype too, right? It's still a hype shoe.
I got another question. Is it ridiculous to purchase a new sneaker the first weekend?
That's what I said earlier. And somebody mentioned it. So I said that, yes, there's really no need to purchase one the first weekend. And somebody asked me, they were like, are you still getting up on release day and buying shoes? And I said, damn, I haven't bought a release day shoe since the Royals. So no. And I didn't even think about that. I haven't bought a release day shoe since the Royals. I haven't been in a mall and looked at shoes that release in months. So yeah, I guess low key, it just kind of changed the way I shop for the shoes. Even though I said it kind of changed the way I shop for shoes. I don't get up. There's nothing. I guess it's nothing that I'm really looking forward to. Maybe that's what it is.
I mean, it is kind of based on value though, because if some of these same sneakers that's dropping, that's sitting like the Pure Monies. If we all see a Pure Money at the outlet for 110, we grab it.
Right, but I think that was overpriced in the first place. I think the shoe was too expensive when it came out.
That's still value. I mean, this is the regular price as I mean, it was less than the cement for. It was less than the royalty for. I mean, same price as the royalty for, which was, you know what I mean? So don't that have
all of those
value?
Well, so with pricing and value are two different things. Pricing was too high. Value is what the value
Y'all
is.
stop saying I'm asleep, damn it. I just felt like putting my jacket on.
And I agree with some of these comments. They're saying some J's sell out. It depends on how much you like the shoe, your shoe and size. All of that's still relevant. That's always going to be relevant if you should go out on release day and get them. But I think a lot of the shoes that are coming out are priced too damn high, so we're not paying that shit, and they end up putting them on sale. I like
something interesting to say. Say release date comps are region to region. So it may depend on the region that you're in. You know, if you're in the rural area, then you probably can't wait. You know what I mean? So I do get that, but I don't know, man. It's like a lot of these sneakers is like, I mean, the Pure Monies, the next, I think it was a week or two afterwards, they were 130.
Yeah,
that was like
that was crazy because I paid retail on those joints, and I was salty as all get out because I had said I was gonna hold, and then I just went ahead for whatever reason. I trying to show love to my local store, so I went through and they had them, so I was like, let me just go ahead and cop. And man, when I saw how they dropped that quick, that was crazy because that was just a shoe I didn't expect to drop like that. But that's the land that we're in right now.
So for me, the last one I bought retail was I think the royalties, or maybe it was the Stealth 15s. And I felt stupid for the Stealth 15s when Beard Jedi got them for how much?
$90 on the trade.
$90. And I paid, I think, $190 for mine. But last year was a really bad year for me, especially due to the fact is a lot of those shoes this year you can get for next to nothing. So I felt last year was, I got socked in the face, and this year I learned my lesson per se, because now I'm not at the stores. I'll wait a month, I'll wait 2 months, I'll wait 3 months, and I'll scoop all this stuff up for $100. And then to me, I got the value in the sneaker. That's why to me, I think value and pricing is a little bit related, because if I buy the same sneaker that you buy for $200 for $100 and the shoe is only worth $120, then I got the value. I didn't lose money. I gained value. I gained equity. You kind of see what I'm saying?
I understand.
Is that value? Is that equity? Or
so the Jordan ones always retail at 160.
Correct.
All Stars are 175. The different ones that have the Jumpman on the back might be 140 or 130, some shit like that. But they all didn't have the same value to resale. So the Shatter backboards, which were 160, go for $300 now. The All-Star ones go for $250. The Royals and Breads go for $250 or so in that area. You can still get some breads for black and reds for $300 because of that shoe. But then you turn around and the black and white ones or the Dominique Wilkins ones, they don't have the value. Same price, they don't have the value. So that's different. The cement fours and the dunk from above fours, same price. The dunk from above fours, you can't damn near give them away. Cement fours, you can still sell those and make money. The alternate fours, the alternate 89s, those seem to be shoes that you have to give away. Same price. So the pricing isn't the situation. I think the pricing and value is different. I would pay $160 or $175 for certain pairs of Jordan 1s. I don't think there's a Jordan 1 that I would pay on retail $220 for. That shoe's not really that kind of shoe. I like the All-Star one, and I was close to paying the up for that one. Because I like that shoe like that. But it's not a $220 shoe. Even when I was paying for it, it wasn't a $220 shoe. It was just like one that I liked. So I feel like they're different.
Agree to disagree.
I hear you. Cements were Buckeye City Soul saying the cements were $220. The dump from both $190. No, my cements when I got them was $190.
Nah, mine were $220.
Really?
They were $220.
Shit, I wonder if they used one of my coupons, some shit. I remember walking out of there and ended up being a total of $208 or some shit like that. Nah, but I aired to y'all. Y'all probably right, and I just got a deal and ended up moving them.
I don't know. Maybe this topic was more suited for me because, like I said, I found a great deal in sneaker value. And like I said, I did a video today that when I was rocking those wicked sneakers that, in the future for me, I think sneaker value for me is important because I'm not going to keep my shoes forever. It's not going to, I don't know how long I'm going to keep them. I could fall out of love tomorrow. I don't know. And when I say fall out of love with collecting, not falling out of love with sneakers. So I don't know when that's happening. So for me, value is somewhat important because, hey, when it's down the road and I need to let them go, I want as much money as possible.
Yeah, I feel like when it comes to value, I think because we've seen such like crazy, like a Yeezy worth $1,500 or $2,300 in terms of on a resale is just insane. So I think we've seen such crazy numbers that it has kind of made like unrealistic expectations for like how value might hold. But I look at if I can get 50% on the dollar of everything that I have, if I've worn it when I cash out, that's still a high ass value.
No, that's
something that you've worn and gotten more than 50% of the enjoyment out of it. So, I mean, no, it's not like that crazy, what the resale price was, whatever. But, if you can buy something and 5 or 6 years later still sell it and get the retail value out of it, that's a win.
I agree. It's a win. But what I'm starting to notice with trends, that is dropping.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So for me, a 50% would be like, okay, I'm cool with it. I would prefer 60 to 65%. You know what I mean? Really, 75% would be gravy, especially, but if you wear it, I get it. You know what I mean? But those values, you go on eBay and look at what's popping up on some of these sneakers. You can get some stuff 70% off. And I don't want that trend to go, like, I don't want to be, I don't want to make 30%. I want to make 50%. I want to make 60%. So I want to make sure that we get these values going on the right track, opposed to them going down. And all of a sudden, when it's time for old man Dabs to get rid of his sneakers, it was all for naught. Just like, the baseball cards and the basketball cards per se.
I don't think your kicks will be like the baseball and basketball cards. I think that, they may not necessarily hold the number that you would, in your mind, or that you would feel, like you said, at that 75% mark. But I think, when you look at the value that you've gotten, not that you've taken out of them, that you've gotten out of them from being able to enjoy them and still being able to, divest yourself of your collection and walk away with a nice, piece of money is, there's very few things when it comes to like, well, of course, now we get into vintage clothing, so maybe I shouldn't say very few things, but I think the list on the other side is a whole lot longer of things that, you know, you can keep for 15 years and they're not going to have any value than it is the stuff that's on the side, you know, where sneakers and certain vintage clothing and things of that nature. So, you know, that's how I look at it. At a certain point, I would agree when you said that just because if I chose to, you know, cash out my collection, it doesn't mean that the love is stopping. It just means that, you know, I'm moving to a different phase, and I still may go in the store and pick something up, but you know, I'm not going to have the size of collection or, you know, the numbers or, you know, be in there every week, you know, kind of trying to check in, that type of thing.
Right. Okay. Well, let's move on to the next segment. I think we've exhausted that. Just always wanted to talk about it though, because like for me, sneaker value is just really, really important to me. I mean, I learned some lessons. I mean, even with buying shoes for my wife, you look on GR shoes, I mean, GS, excuse me, grade school sizes, you can get most of that shit for like $60, $70. And I'm sitting here spending $140, $150, $160 for these joints. You know what I mean? So you learn your lesson. I don't know. Hopefully the chat could have got something out of that. We can wait, chat. We can wait. Retail, you don't got to do it no more. You don't got to do it no more. But let's get to the dessert. A little something different, family. I'm going to spring a surprise on you. You might like it, you might not like it, but I hope the chat can interact with us on this. I call it Sneaker 110. Okay? We're going to come up with 5 sneaker releases that are coming out in the next few months, few weeks. Classic 1 through 14s, 1 through 14 Jordans, new colorways. So we're going to give it graded 1 through 10. I'm going to go off the chat. Well, not off the chat, excuse me. I'm going to do the screen share here, and I'm going to bring up my artwork per se and get fancy with you guys. Hopefully you guys can see that. Let's see here. Let me make sure. Let me pull that up so you guys can see that. Can you see it?
Had it for a second, but not anything now.
All right. Give me 1 second. I'm sorry about that. Screen share. I'm very terrible with the all right. Is it up now?
Yep. Long as you keep talking.
Awesome. Cool. So first up, let me expand this real quick. I hope you guys can see everything with what I'm doing here.
Yeah, we're good.
All right. Awesome. I'm glad this worked out. First up, the Air Jordan 8 Bread. I got your names down there, OG Dabs and Beard Jedi, because we're going to grade them 1 through 10. That's why I call it sneaker 110. And then we'll come up with I got 5 sneakers that we can do this with. Just give your number and a quick synopsis about the shoe, and then we'll see what the best release coming up is that's going to be in a brand new colorway. So the Air Jordan 8 Bread OG, what are your thoughts? What's your number? 1 through 10, 10 being good, 1 being And what's your thoughts on that?
I'm going to fall right in the middle. I'm going to say I'm going to give it a 5. I'm not really that hot on 8s, but it's a mostly black shoe, which, you know, kind of might slide it up, which gets it to a 5 for me, but I can't. It doesn't look like it has anything else that I can give it anything more than a 5.
Oh, and by the way, if you guys give a sneaker a 9 or a 10 that's coming up, you have to buy them. I need the receipt. You literally have to buy them. If you give anything a 9 or a 10, I don't know that you will. But for me, since I was next on the list here, sorry, Beard Jedi. For me, I'm looking at the sneaker and Bread, you know, they're riding the wave. You know, they get a little success with something, they're going to the next thing. No, I give it a 5 as well.
Yeah, 5 or lower. I think the 8 is a shoe that I like. But again, this is lazy. You threw a great midsole and you took out the red. The end. It's a 5 or a 4. Give me a 4.
Woo, 4 out of 10. You know, we all gave this shoe an F. Right? 5 out of 10, that's an F, grade school. If I remember correctly from grade school anyway. Let's see what the chat says. Raqueen Truth said a 3. I'm not impressed. Too similar to the Chromes, which is true. Yep. Don Turner, a 4. Ricardo Bonner a 5. Sneaker Fouls Podcast a 3. 804 a 1. Wow. Timber Stand a 5. Young Civic 6 or 7. V's Kick 6. Cadillac 5. Warrior Blood 7. So right around the 5. I think they agree with what we're saying. So let's move on to the next one.
Cadillac said it looked like a fake you would see on the Buy Jordan Here site, and it does.
And it does. He's absolutely right. Even the leather looks kind of chintzy, but maybe
somebody gave it a 0.5. Sneakerhead.
He calls them doodle mints.
Doodle mints.
Ouch.
Let's go to the next shoe. All righty. We got the Air Jordan 12 Bordeaux, a new colorway, gum bottom. The maroon is actually kind of dope on these bad boys, but OG, number and quick thought.
12s are super comfy. Y'all know I always say you can't go wrong with a dope bottom. Maroon is one of my colors that I mess with. I'm warming up to this, but I'm still not on fire for it. So I'm gonna say 7.
Okay, that's not bad. It's a C. You know what I'm saying? It's average. For me, I like them. It all depends on that suede, though. To me, I don't know. I hope it's not that ashy suede that's on the ones that's coming out now, like the blue and the red. Probably I'm going to give it a 6.
Wow, we're getting slaughtered in the chat.
Yeah,
what about you, Beer Jedi?
I'm a sucker for some 12s, man. That's an 8. That's an 8. I have nothing maroon, but I would probably cop some. Well, you know what I'm saying? The sneaker sites, I have shirts that go with those shoes anyway, so I'll be in on them. But that's an 8. It's almost a 9. It's an 8 for me. I really like that shoe. I really like the gum bottom on those.
I think it's cool. I think I'd be more excited to see him up close. Like if it has that same suede as the blue suede 12, I'm in. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But if it doesn't, then it's a whole different story. But that's cool. So that one got a little bit of love, I think. The chats, let's see, we have 4. Gum bottom kills it.
Yeah, they killed it.
4, 3. Yeah, they're not really feeling it.
Feeling it. Nope.
Ricardo Bonner gave it an 8, so that's a little bit of love. Jimmy White a 6, but not really feeling it. All right, let's go to the next one. The Air Jordan 6 UNC. I think they're coming out in December, if I'm not mistaken. OG, your thoughts?
7.
Okay.
But if it's that mostly nubuck, I'd like to see it be a little bit more plush. I got a feeling it's going to be that real low nubuck. But they're killing me with too much black and blue now.
See, I'm trying to substitute my thoughts of how many 6s I actually do have now. And it's not really one of my favorite silhouettes, but it's one I keep buying because I keep getting them for the low. So let me substitute that thought process out of it. I'm going to also give it a 7 because I always wanted the infrareds. And to me, like if you didn't like this, you might be able to custom them out to make them an infrared, I guess. But I like them. I give them a 7.
I'm going to go with a 6 just because I don't really like that sole on that shoe. It's a 6. I mean, once those hit the outlet, if they hit that outlet for that 120, that might be a scoop. It's a 6. So I think it's all right.
I think the chat giving them some real love. I didn't see anything lower than a 5 or a 6.
Yeah, 6, 7, 8.
A lot of 8s.
8. Young Civic hit it with a 5, but that's an outlier. 8, 8.9, 8, 7.5.
That's 6, a solid 7.5 or 8.
6, 7.5, 6, 8, 7, 7, 8, 6, 8, 7. Yeah.
Okay, that's what's up. Next up, the Air Jordan 5 white cement. OG, what's your thoughts?
I don't fuck with 5s like that. So a 4.
A 4, okay. For me, I think this is what the what's the one that came with the green sole? The Poisons.
The Poisons.
Yeah, this is what the Poison should have been. I was clamoring for them to remove that green and then make it a cement sole. And then I think this would actually have been dope with the black netting. But I really actually like these. I'm gonna give them an 8. I'm gonna give them an 8. Beer Jedi?
I don't like that shoe at all. It's a 0.
A 0? Come on now. Come on.
It's 0. I don't like that shoe at all. I don't like the blue icy sole with the red up top around the tongue and the black and the cement. I don't like anything about that shoe.
So if this shoe was at the outlet, right, for 80 of them things.
Nah, bro.
I'm not buying that shoe.
Not even for 30 of them things.
Oh, get out of here. They 30. Y'all gonna buy them in bulk.
Like I don't have a problem with 5s. I think I like the platinum white 5s or the original metallic 5s. I like both of those. But this shoe to me, I don't like the red tongue. I don't like the red lace lock. I don't like the blue sole. Like I think it's gonna look like shit, and I don't like it at all.
So here for me is 5s is that silhouette. It's only 1 5 I wanted, and that was the
Bel Air.
Thank you. I always forget it. The Bel Air 5s, and the Raging Bull joints. Right. But they look better in my hand and on my shelf than they do on my feet. I just feel like when I put them on feet and you look down, they just feel like you got some army boots, some combat boots on. It's just I can't.
It's the tongue in the toe box on the 5. When you look down on feet, the tongue is way too big.
But you know what? I like the tongue in the Spizikes. So for me, it's just I can't. It's just the toe box, the whole certain colorways I'll mess with, but in general, 5s is just they don't do it for me. And it's just like I said, maybe I just I don't pull them off right, or just my eyesight when I look down at them. I just, I like when I look down at my feet to smile.
Yeah, it's fire when you look down, even when you look from the side, it's straight dopeness. I know what you're talking about.
But and when I see them, like I said, certain ones, like when I see those Raging Bull 5s, man, I was like, oh, I need those in my life. But I know when I put them on my feet, I'm gonna be like, I hate it.
Yeah, Caddy said it. He said if the tongue was all black, that would boost the number a bit more. The red lining makes it look like they just changed the bottom and the lace area on the side. Buckeye City Soul said that they should use the clear side screen. Like it's little touches like that I think would make me like the shoe a lot more. But just, what I'm saying, as far as the 5 goes, it's too much going on for me. So I'm good on that one, man.
That's what's up. I like them. I think they cool. Like I said, if the 5s had a little bit lower tongue, like for me, I like rocking my 5 lows than any other 5 because the tongue is not as big for me. But it is what it is. It may hurt me though. I had the great 5s, but I bought them in a size 12, so you cannot get this shoe too big. They look really ridiculous on feet.
I need some help. Timber Stan says it's a 6 tongue on the Spizikes. What the hell Spizikes got a 6 tongue?
My Spizikes got a 6 tongue.
Yeah, they with the holes in it, right?
No, these joints right here.
Those are your Spizikes.
Well, actually, Son of Mars, but that I call them the same. That's what I'm talking about when I say it has a 5 tongue, not the all red Spizikes with the 6 tongue. Yes, I'm talking about these joints right here, which are in the Spizike family.
Wake up, OG. That is not a Spizike.
This is a Spizike.
Okay, it's a Son of Mars. All right, damn it. But it's still from that line. Tell me I'm wrong.
I don't know. I don't really buy them. I don't buy them.
It's Son of Mars because Mars a black man, because of Spizikes is for Spike. Damn it, that's my Morehouse brother. So don't try me.
Okay, if you like the Spizike so much, how come you didn't like them one Spike Lee joints that came out like last year? Did you buy any of those?
Which ones?
You know which ones? The ones with Nike Air on the back. Did you buy those?
The 40s? Them shit.
Yeah,
those were foul, man.
Hey, those are Spike Lee. You gotta support your brother.
Yeah, but Nike did Spike wrong. Nike did Spike wrong.
That was his first signature shoe. You gotta support your brother.
100% clear. You were correct, Timber Stan. It is a Spizike that has a 6 tongue, and I was talking about the Son of Mars. Okay, thank you for making me correct myself.
They're killing you in the chat.
Yeah, they always kill me in the freaking chat.
They are killing you in the chat, bro.
The chat just shows me no love. I could take $1 million and sprinkle it on the chat, and they still gonna shit on me because they're gonna say the bills were crumpled up.
Oh my god. Let's get to the next shoe. All right. We have the Jordan 4. What's this? The alternate motorsports? Yeah. Jordan 4 alternate motorsports. OG, thoughts?
Thoughts? I'm mad with the fucking chat. That's no. Nobody else gets flamed in the chat but me. Okay.
Because we're not calling Spins
hey,
son of
like
Mars
nobody on here ain't never made a mistake. Come on, bro. Really? That's what we're gonna do. But anyway, all right. Yeah, I'm mad at these shoes because when they first came out, they were saying that this was gonna be the bread for us because it had the same number. But I kind of like the colorway. I'm warming up to it. But I'll give it a I mess with 4s, so I have to at least give it a 7.
Hey, me and OG pretty much on the same wave because I'm not going to give him a 7. I'm going to give him a 6. But if that leather, I don't know. Like for me, I didn't get the Pure Monies and the leather was nice. With these, at least they're black. They're not going to get super dirty like the Pure Monies would if if people actually wear the Pure Monies or whatever. I give it a 6. I think they okay. I would, like OG said, much rather prefer the.
Wait. All right, we just going in the chat now. Say I boogie. How do I bring it on myself? OG
needs some milk.
I'm calling y'all out because you calling me out.
You need some milk.
Who said that?
No, I need some love. I don't need no freaking milk.
Hey, DJ. Hey, come on and say that for me.
Hey, I'm gonna start blocking people now.
DJ. Hey,
don't put me in charge of this no more. I'm blocking all of y'all.
Yeah, go ahead and say it. Say it.
I'm like,
you need some milk.
Oh shit.
Oh my goodness.
I'm gonna be like Denzel. I'm putting all of y'all on report.
Oh shit.
Oh my goodness. Somebody get him a Snickers bar. What the hell? Oh my goodness.
I hate the chat so much.
That is wild. That's give him a Snickers bar.
I hate the chat so much.
Man, Beer Chat, our alternate 4 motorsports, whatever you want to call them. What's the grade on there, man?
Jesus Christ. This is probably going to be my most useless purchase.
Oh, wait. Now they hitting me in other languages. Telling about necesitas leche.
I said necesite leche. Need some milk in Spanish, bro.
GN, I see you. You knew, so I'm not going to clown you that much. But why you want to complain on me in Spanish? It's all good. It's all right.
Oh my God.
A whole other language, man. Good night. He said leche.
Oh my God.
Goat milk or cow milk. Ooh, boy.
What was it? Meet the Fockers, the sign language for milk? Ain't this the sign language for milk? Anyway, that's probably going to be my most purchase.
Okay.
I was just... No,
you can't hide behind it now. Give your number, bro. Give your number.
I'm probably, that's like I said, it's probably gonna be my most useless purchase. I got 2 pair of Royals. I got a pair of reverse fragments being custom. I got another pair of custom 4s. I have 4 different blue shoes that I would probably wear before those, but I really like them. So it's an 8, but I'm probably gonna try and get them.
Cool. I'm gonna put a 9 down for you.
Don't do that because I ain't got to get them. I'm gonna probably get them, but that's an 8. Say I Boogie said, will they sell out? No.
Nah, none of these shoes. I don't think any of these shoes gonna sell out.
Not an OJ colorway. It's not gonna sell out.
No.
Are they blue? Are they leather or suede? I couldn't tell from the picture.
They're leather. I want to say they're leather. Like they're tumbled leather as well.
Oh wait, like tumbled like the Oreo 4s?
Now I don't know if they're tumbled like Oreo. Maybe like the Pure Monies. I'm not sure. I'm not 100% sure. They actually from this picture they look pretty tumbled.
Okay.
I don't think it's soft. I heard they're soft though, so I don't. We'll see. So
Buckeye City Soul gave him a 9.5. Don Turner gave him a 10.
Well, he gonna buy him, so
yeah. Well, Buckeye City Soul, he buys damn near every shoe come out anyway, so that's not a surprise.
That's why he was supposed to buy people shoes for his birthday, because gotta flip it.
We got 7s, 8s. Young Civic gave 5. I think he rocking 5s all day today. Ricardo Bonner gave it 8 and 5. Illa Ills and Timber Stan gave it a 9. Requiem gave it an 8. V's Kicks gave it a 9. So they all about 8 and 9. These are probably a lot of people in our chat are gonna have that shoe when we do that Hump Day Heat or the pickups for that week.
Oh Lord, LL says I'm putting blocks on all you motherfuckers.
That's right. Thank you, homie.
All right, so
Disloyal motherfuckers.
you disloyal motherfuckers.
Drinking rocks at Pelican Bay.
So we're going to look at the numbers. The alternate motorsports got a cumulative score. Hopefully I said it right. Of 21. The
21,
Air Jordan 5 white cements got a score of 12. UNC joints, the 6 got 20. And the Bordeaux's 21. The Breads, the Air Jordan 8 Breads got a score of 14. So it's a tie between the I think the Bordeaux's and the alternate motorsports. So how about that?
I would probably imagine that more of us will have the alternates than the Bordeaux's. I think I'm probably going to end up being the only one that gets those Bordeaux's.
I'll tell you one thing about the Bordeaux's that intrigues me. Last year I missed out on those all blue 12s, and now I really want them. So I don't know if I want to miss out again on getting something that may be similar. You know,
I don't know that you'll miss out because I think the PSNYs are coming out too, and those are all maroon. And so
we know we're not. I'm not going to be able to get those.
But the ballers, you know what I'm saying? The ballers, the shot callers going to be on those, and the resale's probably going to be on those.
Yeah,
so you might have a shot. I think they released it like right around the same time, right?
I'm not sure. I mean, I too much don't even look at shoes anymore that I know I don't have a chance on getting. You know what I mean? So
yeah, I hear you on that.
So let's get to a fun little segment, crazy segment that was right there. Let's get to the bill.
So will we do that again?
I'm sorry?
I said, will we do that again without the rant?
Yeah, we can do that again, no doubt. I mean, if you guys liked it, thought it was pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
Let's get to the bill. Releasing this week, I think this Saturday, if I'm not mistaken, the Air Jordan 7 Pure Money. 190 of them smackaroos. I actually seen a YouTube video on these. I guess they had them early. The leather on these actually look fairly nice. It's nice and tumbled. They said the suede or Durabuck, whatever new buck it is, wasn't as bad as well. What do you guys' thoughts on them?
The homie Shoe Savage Inc. Make sure y'all check him out on YouTube if you're not subscribed. Good dude. Pretty entertaining reviews. He got those early. He was hashtag team early on those. And he said the same thing. The quality on those are pretty dope. Again, for me, it's the same trope as always. It's gray shoe. Gray and white, I'm probably not going to cop it. I have no 7s. That won't be the first. So I'm good. I appreciate the quality on them, but I'm a pass.
So say I boogie, no, I'm not mad. Real talk, I'm tired. I'm jet lagged like a mug. So that's why I'm leaning back in my chair. But no, I'm not mad. These guys will tell you when I'm mad. They know when I'm mad. I ain't mad right now. I know it's all love. I love to laugh, even when it's at my expense. But I'm putting a block on all you bitches.
Oh, gee, what about these Pure Monies, man?
No. They got me on the 4s and nothing else.
Yeah, I'll wait for the outlet. The all white bottom just throws me. If that was a gray bottom, I actually would consider it. But I can't do the white bottom. Just
actually, I want to try to get another pair of the 4s because there's a custom I want to do. And that 4 would be a perfect base for it. So
that's what's up. Let's get to the next release. If I can find it. There we go. Oh, Nike LeBron Soldier 11, the Court General, comes out on the 3rd of June for the low price of $130. Beer Jedi, what's up?
I haven't seen this one. Do we have a picture of that?
You said, do we have a picture? Am I up?
I see you, but I don't see. Yeah.
My apologies. I had it. I thought I had it. I thought I was doing the screen share. Give me 1 second. All right.
Think safe, GN.
Can you see it now?
Yeah, now I see it.
Okay. Cool.
So after all that work, no.
Doesn't keep us one, just a couple of clicks.
I'm good.
OG, what's up?
Nah, bro. He got me on the first ones. I'm not going for the okie doke with the 11s. The same strapped up shoe that kill yourself to try to get in, and I'm nope. Pass.
My knee still hurts. Every time I see that, my knee starts hurting.
That's funny.
That shit was hard as shit to get off, bro.
The black ones that came out, I think today, actually looked a lot better than this one. They had suede or whatever material going all the way up. where the mesh was. So I thought that was kind of dope. But with these, I'm good.
Oh man, y'all making me laugh. I see you sticking
And
head to the line.
again, that shoe has to me, it has no casual aesthetic at all. So it really would be hard for me to cop. Even at 130, it's just not like it. And then my gym shoe is pretty much being dominated by Presto, so I don't have a need for this shoe.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Let's get to the next one. Nike KD 10 Steel KD, which is actually interesting. They're doing a pretty interesting promotion on these particular sneakers to where they'll be selling them on the Nike app when KD is actually playing. So if he's in the game, they'll be selling the shoe. If he's out the game, they won't be selling them. So they added that little whatever to it for the game tomorrow night. What do you guys think about that?
Now, are the sets that they're selling? Are these the ones that I thought I read somewhere that they come with some special pins and stuff? And
yes, they come with.
It has a card that he signed or something like that.
They come with 3 pins, and I don't know how many of the boxes will be actually signed, but it's a special box that he did sign. But I don't know how many. Everybody's not going to get a signed box, of course. So they said a lucky few will get a signed box from KD.
Oh, okay.
But I think all the ones that are purchased will get the pins.
I'm not in love with the colorway. I do like the shoe, but I like the 9s from a comfort level. Them shits are straight comfortable. And I like, kind of what they did with the laces. But so if I go for it, it would just be because, of the specialty of the stuff that'll go, and I'll be watching the game. So, I might shoot my shot.
The chat is saying that the first 10 will be signed.
That's what's
first
up.
10. Okay.
But as far as me, nope, this is another pass. This shoe looks like Bugs Bunny foot.
Damn.
It's a really long shoe, round toe. I don't like it. I'm not getting it.
Yeah, I like the shoe. I'm just waiting for a dark bottom. You know what I'm saying? A dark sole. These just to get too messed up too fast, but I think they're nice looking. I'm waiting for it. Hopefully they're easier to put on than the 9. So that's what I'm hoping for. See what we got next. Nike Kyrie 3 supposed to drop June 3rd for the price of $120. OG, what's up?
So it's a gum bottom. I'm trying to see what is black and gold.
I want to say it's blue, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay, so kind of like those samurais where we all thought that they were red and black, but they were really red and like navy blue. It's a maybe. I kind of have to see it in hand, but it's a possibility for me. I really like the Kyrie 3, so I know. It would surprise me because I thought that I was kind of salty at first when I saw they took the strap off because I thought they did some really nice stuff with the strap, but I like the 3. It's comfortable. I love the price point, so yeah.
That's another pass for me. It looks like I'm gonna have a lot of money in my pocket. I don't like that one either. I think I like the Samurai. There was one other Kyrie that I liked. I think it was that EYBL. But other than that, they just haven't, like you said before, Dabs, they just haven't done enough for me with that shoe to make me really want them. So I'm good. And I don't know is that midsole supposed to be? I don't know what the hell that midsole is supposed to be, but I'm off it.
Like some type of speckling or marbling or something like that on the midsole. But I guess for me, this might be something my son's been clamoring for, a pair of Kyrie 3, so I might just grab him a pair of them. For me, I do like them. They are the most comfortable Kyrie, in my opinion. But, it's a maybe for me. But for my son, it depends if he likes these or not. We'll have to see. It's a wait and see.
Is that a comfortable shoe?
It is. It's the most. I don't think it's super comfortable, but it's the most comfortable Kyrie in my opinion.
I would agree. I think they go for me in order, reverse order. So the 3 is the most comfortable, then the 2, and I think the 1 is the least comfortable to me.
I agree. I agree with that as well. The ones are really like they clinch the top of your foot. The 2s do it a little bit too, but the 3s it doesn't do it at all.
It feels like I think my biggest gripe, I guess if that's the right word, is like if you showed me Kyrie playing and then you show me what shoe options there were, this is not a shoe that I'd imagine him wearing. It doesn't fit his game to me. Like looking at the style, it doesn't make sense. I imagine LeBron wearing that big ass blocky soldier because he's not graceful. Like that looks like a LeBron shoe. Kyrie is way too fast and sleek and slick for that shoe. It just don't match to me. So then I already got a disconnect there, and then I see the shoe and it's just not appealing. And it didn't. Yeah, it's just odd for me.
I see what you're saying. For me, the front of the shoe is all Kyrie because it has those pods on the bottom. You know, he likes to cross people up, so he likes to have extra traction where he crossing people. It's just the back of the shoe with that textured stuff, the huge Nike sign. It's just not enough. It's not enough design in that back area where the Nike sign is to me. But the front of the shoe, I think, is actually dope.
That's interesting.
Next shoe, the Nike. I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, you good. Go for it.
Oh, the Nike Kobe AD, releasing the same day on June 3rd, 2017, 160. In my opinion, I think these are the best the best Kobe's to come out. The Kobe AD has really just been lackluster in my opinion. I don't know anybody that's actually purchased them, liked them, or whatever, but for me, that's Kobe's anyway. Actually, no, I'll take that back. I think my wife actually does have a pair of Kobe ADs, but I don't know it. I like this shoe a lot, but it still will be a no-go.
So I got a lot of the Kobe 11s. Like I got 5 pair. I really like that shoe. And then I was excited when they talked about this shoe coming out, and it's like they missed it. It's like the AD, they missed it. It's something. I don't like it, and I really hate what they're doing with that heel cap on all of them. I don't know why the fuck they decided to accentuate that, but it's not a good look at all, and so I'm missing that one too.
That's funny. I actually think the heel cap is the best part of the shoe, and they just struck out on the rest of it. The front of the shoe, it just looks plain. There's nothing going on. I mean, even the sole, it's just the same song, different dance with these Kobe's. I keep wanting to call them KDs for some reason, but with the Kobe's, it's the same rehash shoe to me. What about you, OG?
Pass. No. Everything you guys said, I agree with, but nah, nothing for me.
Adidas Yeezy Power Phase. Now, I don't know if these already dropped. I was going off of what Sneaker Bar Detroit had. June 4th, 2017, 120 hype beast dollars.
So then are these right here really Yeezys too?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Supposedly.
Mm-hmm. Hello?
Everybody.
Stop by.
Does anybody want these Reebok Adidas Calabasas?
I like the shoe itself, like the idea. So I think I mentioned this before when we were first talking about them coming out. Is my issue was the toe on the workouts. I thought the toe was too smooth and slick. These look like they're a little bit different. That said, if I know that I can get the workouts for $30 or $40, and this is essentially the same shoe by a different brand, I'm not paying $120 for it. So, and the only thing I buy from Yeezy is music. So I'm so good on these.
OG?
No, thank you.
These niggas called them the nurse shoes.
What about on the resale side of the game?
That's what somebody said. Timber Stan said he's copping for the resale.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Like I said, this might be a shoe that might be hard to get, period, anyway. You know what I mean? I just don't know if it's actually going to be something that is going to be feasible. The Adidas website could be locked up by the time I want to try to make some money. But, for wearing, hell no, that's not happening. I can't even wear, me personally, I can't wear a shoe where the toe is just all smooth. I just don't think that would look right on my foot looking down. So it's definitely a pass for style wise. But if I can get my hands on it, knowing that there's some money to be made, I will grab them.
Like, there's no reason for me to go buy the shoe at $120 when I can get the Club C's right now at $30 a pair, $34 a pair.
Right at finish line. Yep.
Yeah, and it's a better looking shoe.
Yeah, it is actually. It is.
They call these mugs, I want to dance with someone Whitney Houston's. Wow. The Usher board lows.
like some Paula Abdul wore in 89.
Yeah, the Nurse Jackies. Y'all ignorant.
Good night.
The Nurse Gotta bodies.
So what the chat talking about? Get a couple of minutes in with the chat with the family and see what they talking about.
All right, chat, it's on you. What y'all got?
I want to ask too what y'all think about it. This is kind of a young people thing, so I don't know if the chat is going to be up on this either. But I've seen a lot of people talking about wearing multiple brands. So you wear your Nike shoes with your Adidas pants or that mixed match shit. Are y'all on that? Does that matter to y'all or no?
I don't do it at all, but for me, really, I don't really buy too much branded clothing. So I maybe have like 6, 7, 8 Nike shirts, maybe one Adidas shirt. So I don't go crazy with buying brand shirts. I just give me a plain black t-shirt and be on my way. So for me, it's not a problem. But if I would never wear Adidas or Converse with a Jordan shoe. I wouldn't do it.
Yeah.
I've worn the Adidas joggers with some Nikes before. That shit don't faze me. It's my clothes. You don't like it, you ain't got to wear it.
What about you, John?
I've got like I said, I was at Burlington, so I've gone to Burlington and I think I went in one day and they had just marked down all the Adidas track pants. So I got like 6 or 7 pair for $3 or $4 a piece. And I got them, but at the time I didn't have any Adidas. I just didn't wear them. The only other Adidas I have are the tubulars, and they don't sit right with those pants. But I can't imagine throwing those on with some Nikes. Now, I did when I first got here and I was unemployed, and I had a pair. I got some older pair, and I finally got some. The chat is ignorant. They call them grumpy. Oh, shit. But yeah, the kids do it. It doesn't bother me. It's definitely one of those things that I think is weird. Like I would feel weird rocking the Adidas with the Jordan shoes, something like that. And I think that's probably from where we came from. Our culture was matched out. You had on the Puma hat with the pony hat. If we go all the way back to hip hop, the pony hat with the pony jacket with the track pants with the pony shoes. So that's kind of how we did it. But it's just weird to see all these kids doing this shit.
It's weird to me because it's like wearing a polo hat with a Tommy shirt. To me, it's the same thing. It's kind of weird to mix it up like that, in my opinion. But yeah, that's just me. I wouldn't do it, But if I'll tell you one thing I will do. Like if I'm running out somewhere really fast, I don't give a hell what I put on. If I'm going to the mall, it's something a little bit different. But if I'm going to the post office and have some packages or whatever, I'll throw some Converse shorts and some Adidas shoes. I don't give a hell. I don't care about that, But
that some of it is just too much for me. Like Sneakerhead's clothing line says he can't stand to see someone wearing Nike socks or Nike shoes with Adidas socks. And I'm like, you know what? If those were the socks I could find, I mean, I get it. So
here's the question.
I'm careful about that too. I agree. My Nike socks cannot go with Adidas, and if they do, my pants better cover it.
Right. So that's the thing. Like if you buy the track pants and shit like that, that's kind of ambiguous because you buying the style of the pants. But if you buy some socks that have the logo on them, why would you wear them with the other shoe?
I don't disagree with you, but like for instance, because I have more Nike stuff in my collection, I got more Nike socks.
Right.
But I'm not trying to hunt around for that 2 pair of Adidas socks that I got. When I just, like Dab said, I just make sure I have some jeans on so you can't see them.
Right.
I think for me personally, I think about it more because I know people are going to look at me and judge me than I do that I really care. But it is what it is.
Yeah, I care. I care for I just want. If I'm wearing shorts, I gotta match it up. I can't wear Nike socks. I gotta match.
People be trying to call you out because you too matchy. Oh, you got this one and this one and this one.
No, I think people go crazy when people wear those. You got an Air Jordan.
Oh, you froze.
It's a little matchy. We got the exact shirt to come out with the exact shoes. To me, that's a little matchy.
Because you froze for me. I don't know if you did for me.
I was saying that when Jordan Brand comes out with their clothes, like they got Space Jam shirts going to Space Jams, or Dunk from Above shirts that come out with the Dunk from Above shoes. I think that's a little matchy for me. I just like to get a somewhat similar color. I don't like the exact Space Jam shirt to go with the Space Jam shoes.
Don Turner said, "Do they make Saucony socks?"
Because somebody has Nike socks.
They make plain black socks.
Exactly.
I got plenty of gray and black socks. I got plenty of black socks. I got all that. You know what I mean? So I got
Well, when you see me rocking my Sauconies, there's usually some Nike socks on there because that's what the most I got.
I got all kind of socks. You know, I got more.
I don't have any
Saucony
socks.
Yeah, I got more regular socks than Nike socks. I don't even like buying Nike socks, to be honest, unless I go to TJ Maxx and get them for like $10.
Well, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Exactly, where you get them in a little bundle.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Or when they go in there and they're trying to blow them out and you get the 2-for-1.
Jeez. Hey, man, the chat is stupid, man. Said OG is in Danny Glover mode. Come on, man. Come on, bruh.
Man, why is y'all getting on the homie, man?
Good night.
Let him rock, man. He went to London, man. You give us a quick synopsis of London too. You ain't really get to talk
Are you
about it.
kidding me? It's 10:02 and you want to ask me about London now?
All right, well, we're not asking him nothing else tonight. Shit.
No, I'm just saying, really.
Hey, man.
I do want to talk about it, but I don't want to be like at the end and then everybody's like, OG is telling us, look, let me show you my picture. This is when I got my flower and the apple from the man, and he told me. So, I mean, I would like to talk about it, but I would like to talk about it maybe when we have a little bit more time. It was really dope. I had a great time. The people were fantastic. The sneaker con was it was nice. It was a good crowd. They had a 2-hour line to get in, but it wasn't on the inside of the venue. It wasn't like one of those crowds where it was so many people that you couldn't move. But what they had was disappointing for me, because it was, if you love runners and NMDs and all of that stuff, then you would have been in heaven. If you was looking for J's and you were over a size 12, you was going to be out of luck. And that was even true somewhat even in the stores, which kind of surprised me because I always, cop stuff from there, like SNS and other places online, but just like in the regular store, it was a fight. Caesar was pissed off. We went to 4 or 5 stores the first day. Every one of them, even the one place that they told him, oh, go there, you'll find 15s. He only found a pair of Air Jordan 31s. That was the only size 15 he could find.
Damn.
Goodness. Well, let's go ahead.
I encourage anybody, if you have opportunity to go, especially if you're trying to do something as it relates to sneaker culture. It's very dope.
Let's go ahead and shut this thing down. We're going over the budget right here. Beer Jedi, what you got for us, man?
Hey, man, another great show, Dabs. Good job. I kind of like this. Let us know if y'all like that. Leave a comment after the show or go to our Instagram and let us know what you're thinking. I like the idea of springing the topic on us and rolling with it. So that's dope. It gives us, I think this is probably the first show where it gave us your perspective on the sneaker game for real. Talking about the value and reselling and how you buy your shoes and shit like that. I think that's pretty dope. And it seemed like the chat liked it too. So thanks for hooking that up, man. But y'all know who it is, man. It's your man Beer Jedi, aka the Black Alice B. Keaton, aka Shupak Shakur, aka the Boss Kid Ross, aka Notorious KIX, aka Martin Luther King, and the aka that matters the most, Jack Swagless. We'll holler at y'all next week.
OG?
You know the deal. I jet lag, but I still the same. I wishing all of you total sneaker family. One love.
This is Dabs with the sneaker family. Dab Jr. came in and said he needs some. Okay, whatever. But yeah, Dabs with the sneaker family. Videos back on the page. We got 3 videos we put out, so go ahead and check that out. You know what I'm saying? We back grinding. You know what? In real talk, man, it's like, hey, we gonna do what we want to do. We back in that mode once again. So y'all gonna just see some rough. Y'all gonna see some rough shit on the page. It ain't gonna be just me trying to. Oh, I gotta go get this stuff and get. Nah, family, we really doing what we want to do right now. So y'all gonna hear some. Y'all gonna get some different content. So, but thanks for rocking with us tonight. Team Early, as always, much appreciated. The fam came out represented once again. We appreciate you. We'll be back next week for episode 24.
One thing before you shut it down, 2 things I want to say. Y'all keep Jumpman Bosix in your thoughts. And if you believe in prayer, whatever you do. But think about that, brother. It's going to be a challenging week for him this week. And, just keep him and his family in your thoughts. Also, just want to make sure that we don't forget to shout out, and I think I pretty much did, but I want to just go through it again. Shout out to the Sneaker Box Podcast, Sunday nights, 7 o'clock, although they may be changing that date. Stay tuned. Keep looking for the information. The Monday Midsole, Monday, 8 o'clock. Buckeye City Soul, Molly Mall, Polos and Jays, One-Legged Lister, and the Sneaker Files. They post every week. They are a true 100% podcast. Our sisters over the border in Canada. Appreciate y'all hanging out with us tonight. Definitely also want to just say that we appreciate that relationship, and we also always want to make sure that we shout out our family.
All right, that's it. We out, guys. Peace.